Hello, my lovelies. I am Artie Ari, and today we are reading The Little Red Riding Hood. That's funny. By Jess Stockham. Let's get started. I can. I thought I'd go and visit grandmother today, said Little Red Riding Hood. That's a good idea, replied her mother. Why don't you take her basket of treats? She has been sick and they'll cheer her up. Be careful when walking through the woods. There may be wolves. Oh, look at the lovely treats. Little Red Riding Hood loaded the basket with lots of lovely things. I'll put some apples in it as well, she thought, and picked some shiny red apples from the tree. But she didn't realize that a hungry wolf was watching everything she did. Oh no, the big bad wolf. The wolf jumped out in front of Little Red. Yes, it is. The wolf jumped out in front of Little Red Riding Hood as she skipped through the forest. Don't come near me, she warned, or I'll shout for Will the Woodman. I've only wondered where you were going, answered the wolf. To see my grandmother, Little Riding Hood explained. And no, you can't come as well. Off you go. The wolf slunk back into the bushes. Little Red Riding Hood went on her way, but in the middle of the wood, she stopped to make a daisy chain for her grandmother. The wolf, meantime, ran ahead to grandmother's house and climbed through an open window, but someone was watching him. Oh, it's the woodsman. Please don't eat me, begged grandmother. I'm only skin and bone, not a nice meal at all. Don't worry, snarled the wolf. I'm after fresher meat. But he tied poor grandma up and shut her in a big cupboard. Oh, grandma. Kids, don't tie up your grandmother. As soon as he shut grandmother away, the wolf went to her wardrobe. He took out a big nightdress and put it on. Then he put on her best nightcap and her glasses and jumped into bed. It's not even the same person. Soon Little Red Riding Hood had arrived at the house and he knocked on the door. The wolf called out in a gruff voice, "Who is it?" "It's Little Red Riding Hood. Can I come in?" "You sound very hoarse." "How kind of you," said the wolf. "Please come in. And we'll have something to eat." Oh no. Little Red Riding Hood found her grandmother tucked up in bed. "I'm a bit better now," said grandmother in a husky voice. "But it's lovely to see you anyway. You look a little different," said Little Red Riding Hood, peering after her. "What big eyes you got." "All the better to see your pretty face with," replied grandmother. "I never thought this before," said Little Red Riding Hood, peering closer. "But what big ears you got as well." "All the better to hear your sweet voice," answered grandmother. "And I hope you don't mind me saying," said Little Red Riding Hood, peering very closely indeed. "But what big teeth you've got." "All the better to eat you with," snarled the wolf, and as he jumped out of bed, tore off his nightclothes and leapt at the little girl. But before he reached Little Red Riding Hood, Will the Woodman burst into the door, and the wolf took one look at his axe and fainted. Oh no. I mean, good for Little Red Riding Hood, of course. "Where's grandmother?" said Little Red Riding Hood. "And what's that bang from the cupboard?" Will opened the cupboard door and grandmother rolled out onto the floor. Little Red Riding Hood put her grandmother back to bed, and together they shared the baskets of treats with Will. "It's quite a party," said grandmother. "I'm feeling better already." and they all lived happily ever after. That is the conclusion of the book Little Red Riding Hood by Jess Stockham. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, my lovelies, goodbye.